My billionaire mentor, Mark Ford, aka Michael Masterson, gave me this piece of advice that really changed my whole perspective on business. I was at Agora's first marketing conference ever in Baltimore, and I met this kid, Dan. I was invited there as a guest. Dan paid $5K to go to that event, even though he had just turned 21 years old. I was super impressed by him and gave him my number and eventually became my right-hand man. Together, we were unstoppable. We launched the Internet Business Manifesto together, and Strategic Profits, my business, went from $30K a month to over $1 million a month. But fast forward 2 years later, as my business continued to grow, Dan had become increasingly disengaged and was interested in new and other opportunities outside of my business. I went to one of my mentors, Jay Abraham, and he said I should fire the guy. I also asked my dad, and he had the very same advice. But then I went to my other mentor, Mark Ford, and his advice was so different. He asked, "Is the kid smart?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Look, you're not going to have that many people like Dan come through your life. And what you want to do, if you can, is own a piece of his success going forward. So stake him on what he wants to do and be his silent partner." And this is why I own many multi-million-dollar businesses, because every time I had to say goodbye to an A player, I also offered to invest in their next venture. I followed Mark's advice, and I've made millions because of it. And now that you know it, it's your turn to profit handsomely from every A player that you ever have to say goodbye to.